triple-double record. That's a lot of digits when you're talking about a triple-double. I want to hear what you guys think about Russell Westbrook breaking this damn near 50-year-old record, man. What was you guys' thoughts? And before we get into just talking about triple-doubles, talking about what Russ does, what you guys think about him breaking that record?
Legendary.
Yeah, facts. Like, so, G, legendary. Did you think? Because I mean, there was a video circulating of all these greats, everybody from Magic to Jason Kidd to Gary Payton, all these players that were known for getting triple doubles here and there, talking about how that record would never be broken. How that was a record that was untouchable. Nobody in the history of the league would ever be able to get it. I think Jason Kidd was saying nobody on this planet, no human could ever break that record. And now we're in the year 2021, and you've got Russell Westbrook doing it. So, T, as a basketball guy, man, what did that mean to you?
I mean, it's a crazy stat. I mean, triple doubles, if anything's an effort stat, and it just shows, what I'm saying, he's bringing energy and effort night in, night out. I'm not going to downplay him or knock him, but I think it's a record that, like they said, it's probably not going to get broken anytime soon, anytime in our lifetime. But salute to Mr. Westbrook. I knock him a lot, but that's a crazy accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely a crazy accomplishment. He wasn't just doing it with the 10, 10, and 10s, right? He wasn't just getting 10 of everything. Your man last game had 28 points, 14 or 16 rebounds, and 21 assists, bro. So these are not just like your regular standard triple doubles where you're barely notching every statistic. This guy is getting 21 assists. He had a game a few games ago where he had 20 rebounds, 20 assists. One of only 2 players ever do that, and the other one's Wilt Chamberlain. Your man is balling out of control. Some people say that these stats are empty stats, though. Scruff, what do you got to say about that, man? What do you think about Russ breaking the record?
I'm gonna answer based on the way you framed the question. That Russell Westbrook breaking the record book for Oscar Robertson is historic. It's monumental. It's a sign of growth in the generations. Oscar Robertson is one of the greatest players ever played the game of basketball. So, Russell Westbrook being able to break his record is special and in many ways. But, overall, the truth of the matter is, it is a little bit of empty stats. I'm not going to knock him in any way, shape, or form. But
I'm not going to knock him while I knock him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just, we had a conversation not too long ago about him, so I'm just a little bit still on my, horse, where he is. And, to me, he puts himself in a situation. Is he a Hall of Famer? It's no question. It's no question. But there's a lot of other great players in this era. So when we comparing them, we put them in the rankings. We're not talking top 5 right now. But I'm not putting him ahead of Steph Curry. And I'm not putting him ahead of Chris Paul. And I'm not putting him ahead of Allen Iverson. But, when it comes to triple-double, he is the king.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to break it to you, but I'm starting to believe that he's ahead of all those guys, man.
Hold on. We all know that every time Russell averages a triple-double, he's over 52% chance of winning that game?
No, 75% of the triple-doubles he's won the game.
Those are not empty stats. He gives you games to win. How these are empty stats?
Well, I hope it's not 52%, G, because if you drop a triple-double and you're 52% chance of win, then that's just concerning.
No, it's 75. It's 75%.
But he says 75. Now that I've heard actual 75%.
I think it's actually around 60.
No, it's 75%. 75% of his triple doubles, he's won the game. 70% of his playoff triple doubles, he's won the game. So I don't know how you call it an empty stat when those are
I'm not buying it.
Do your own Googles, man. He's like something like he's got 180. He's got 182 triple doubles. He's something like 130 and 52 in those games. So do your own Googles. You know what I'm saying? You can research it yourself. But you think it's an empty stat at 130 and 52, you're out of your mind. The triple-double is not an empty stat. Anytime somebody gets a triple-double, it's pretty much...
What's his record when he doesn't get a triple-double?
I mean, I guess the Basketball Reference will tell you that. Just add up the rest of the game. Take off 130 and 52. And honestly, I think it's more now. I think it's like 142 and some. It's just a crazy stat. 75% of his games he plays with triple-double is a W, bro. Hansel asked a great question. Shout out to our guy, Father First 88. Let me put it back up there, man. Does this make him a Hall of Famer now? I think he was a Hall of Famer well before this. I think Russell one of those guys that was a Hall of Famer a few years ago. I mean, the year he got the MVP with the triple-double, I think you could have penciled him in as a Hall of Famer. Now, the question is, what does this add to his legacy? And I was saying this to tee off the record. I felt like this moment in sports history is one of those that'll get a lot more recognition once the time has passed. I talk to a lot of old heads, man. I'm talking about old heads, like my grandfather's age, and they tell me about Wilt Chamberlain. One thing my grandfather always told me about Wilt Chamberlain is that when Wilt was playing, everybody loved to hate him. Nobody wanted to give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Once his career was over, and especially once he passed away, God rest the dead, it was almost like he was immortalized. Everybody loves Wilt Chamberlain. Now he's one of the best to ever do it. But at the time, nobody wanted to say he was better than Bill Russell. But now when people really put the two up there, they talking about their skills, people usually give it to Wilt. You know what I mean? Unless you're just looking at the rings. So I think that Russell will have that same type of impact. Once he's gone, once he's retired, that's when you're going to be able to feel the real impact of what he did while he played.
If he retires with no rings, this generation, this instant gratification, this technology, all these kids online, they won't care. Like, if you – it's an individual stat. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares that John Stockton has 7,000 more assists than Westbrook. Like, who cares? That people don't even list Stockton in their top guards for whatever reason. It's because if you don't win, no one cares. Like, that's the reality of it. If you finish your career with no rings, hopefully you become an analyst and get your fans that way. Or you know what I'm saying? You end up Paul Pierce out here. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I got a question, man. I'm about to kind of this just came off the top of my head, bro. I feel like since you started talking about rings, I got a this or that, hypothetical for you, man. Okay. Y'all think all time Kawhi Leonard is better than Russell Westbrook? All time?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because that's a guy with rings, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't put up amazing stats, but he does have 2 rings. You know what I mean?
I'm putting my foot down. You done made me. You done made me flip flop.
No, I'm gonna
Go ahead. Get your shit off.
I'm gonna tell you why, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Not only can Kawhi lead my team on offense, I can put Kawhi on the best player on defense, and his offense does not suffer. Now, Westbrook has a lot of intensity, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, but he has mental lapses in games that has cost teams games. Like, what you're going to get out of Kawhi. There's a reason why no one's gravitating to play with Westbrook. All these big threes are forming. Everybody's calling each other.
Bro. No, hear me out. Gravitating to play with Westbrook forever now.
No, who? Like, they're in group chats.
When James Harden begged them to trade Westbrook, when Paul George, the same guy that Kawhi's rocking with right now, came to OKC, he came to Oklahoma City of all places.
The same people that left. You know what I'm saying?
Had his MVP season playing with Westbrook.
He had his MVP season with Westbrook, then he got the hell out of it. Why?
That sounds like a him problem, bro. It don't sound like a Westbrook problem. If you had your best year with somebody, the best.
He literally left Paul. He literally left Westbrook to play with Kawhi.
I'm not debating that. That's a fact. But I'm just saying, you can't tell me that people don't go to play with Westbrook when he did it.
Right. My response to that movement is hoes gonna be hoes, T. That's all you need to know about that movement. Hoes gonna be hoes, T. Hoes gonna be hoes, T. And I hope you're watching, Paul George, because if you flip flopping, jumping around, hoes gonna be hoes, T.
This is Scruff's opinion only, Paul. You still my man, Paul. You still my dog.
Holla at me. Hold up, Paul. Holla at me. That's my @name right there. Go ahead, holla at me, Paul. You got beef? Come bring it to the butcher, baby. But nah, for real, man. When it comes to this shit, for real though, Paul George he just be the flip. He a team hopper, bro. So like Paul George jumping between teams just to define the comparison between these two players. That's so stupid. So like, really, if you're gonna break down these two players, like really look at it, right? Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, bro, like, all right, whatever. The point guard is like such an important position in basketball, bro. Like, I'm comparing other point guards. We're talking about point guards, bro. Like when you talking about point guards, we was talking about point guards last week, right? So like, or 2 weeks ago, you bring a point guards, like I'm gonna have my preference on a point guard. But we talking basketball, period. Like talking about who's gonna have more effect on the game. The answer is Russell Westbrook, bro, because like he's a true triple threat. You know, in a sense, like yeah, Kawhi is a better defender, and Kawhi is he's more versatile in the sense like he can guard your wing players like a LeBron. Westbrook can't do that, but Westbrook runs your offense. He's a scoring machine, and he's a tempo machine. And
that's a fact.
The numbers that he puts up are astronomical in a sense. And yes, Kawhi Leonard won some chips, but like out of anybody that's won multiple chips, like he's the most uncertain thing in that category of guys that have won multiple chips. Like he won a chip with Spurs and everything. That's cool and shit. But like a lot of guys won chips with Spurs, so like I'm not too impressed by that. When it comes to the Raptors, that was a solid chip, but he won that chip when LeBron was out. He would never won that chip with LeBron healthy, so that's just a fact. So that's that. And then when it comes to Russell Westbrook, he just has more impact on the game throughout the game. If I'm taking one guy or the other, if you're talking about legacy, who had a greater legacy, or who's going to be greater in my book from Hall of Fame, all-time stance, it's Russell Westbrook, man, because, he's a triple-double machine. He's more of a triple threat, in my opinion. Kawhi is going to go down as a great defender and a good player overall. But, to me, I like Kawhi, but he's not on the top level. We're talking about top-tier players here. And I'm not saying Russell Westbrook is top tier either, but he's on a higher shelf.
What?
He's on probably the same shelf as Kawhi Leonard, but he's just a little higher to me.
Russell Westbrook is definitely a top shelf guy, man. I mean,
when you talking about top shelf,
no. Put it like this, bro. And this is for you, Scruff. If Ben Simmons had a game like Russell Westbrook had last game, and his stat line said 28 points, 16 rebounds, 21 assists. Boy, you would be in my ear all week talking about Ben Simmons.
I'm sure I would.
Ben Simmons is. But you know what?
I would.
Because it's Russell Westbrook, y'all are jaded. I was saying this to T a couple weeks ago. Y'all are jaded about Russell Westbrook for some reason. I don't know what it is. He rubs y'all the wrong way.
No.
Let me get my shit off.
Westbrook's style of play has never been something that has thrilled me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. The most similar styles of play I could think of is probably Derrick Rose and John Wall. Like all two other players that I didn't like their style of play. I didn't think it translated to winning. Now Derrick Rose now, for sure, but bro, just running up and down the court as fast as you can is not in itself a winning strategy. It looks cool.
What Russell Westbrook does, bro. He doesn't just run up a court.
Westbrook is one of the most frustrating superstars I think we've ever had to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me get my.
Go ahead, Scruff.
I'm about to say, bro. Like, let me go back to this top tier shit, bro. Like, is Ben Simmons? Let me talk about Ben Simmons. Like, Ben Simmons is one of the great basketball player, bro. But it's levels to the game, bro. Like, I'm not saying Ben Simmons is LeBron James, or I'm not saying that he's one of the top 3 players in the game, but when you talk about Kawhi Leonard and you put him in the category of being with LeBron, being with KD, being with the guys that are 1A, 1B, 1C, he is not on that level. And that's not a disrespectful comment because it still puts him at the second best level of basketball, like below a guy like LeBron, below a guy like KD, and then maybe in the same level as like a Giannis, you know what I'm saying? You could say probably he's better than Giannis because he actually has credentials in the championship, but that's where he lays in that second tier of great players. And it's not a knock on him. He's just not LeBron James. He's just not Michael Jordan. He's just not Kevin Durant. There's levels to the game, bro. And I will tell you, Ben Simmons is a great basketball player, but where does he rank in the best basketball players? Top 10, top 25 in that mix. Where does Russell Westbrook land? Anywhere from the top 5 to the top 25 too. Where does Kawhi Leonard land?
That's what they saying. Man, wait, hey, bro.
Hold up. Where does Kawhi Leonard land? Kawhi Leonard lands probably somewhere between 3 and 10. Depending on where you rank Russell Westbrook, he might be higher than Kawhi Leonard. What I'm saying is, I'll take Russell Westbrook legacy-wise over Kawhi Leonard, and I'll say he has better credentials.
But okay,
The comparison isn't Kawhi AI. I don't know why we're not saying Russell versus AI.
he's not AI.
He's better than AI.
Are you crazy?
He's a good comp to AI because AI never won a championship.
Bro, Russell Westbrook
AI
right now
took
is
a team to a championship by himself.
That's a fact, but Russell Westbrook's career is still going on, and I'm not gonna put that out of his realm of possibilities, bro.
The Wizards finished 9th last year with only Bill. They are 9th again.
Russell Westbrook has played half the season with a torn quad, bro.
I don't care.
Look at what he's done since the All-Star break since he's been healthy. He got healthy over All-Star break.
How much did John Wall play last season? How much did John Wall play last season?
Didn't play.
Right. So the Wizards finished 9th with just Bill. So Westbrook and a half.
Wait. They didn't. I don't think they finished 9th. So they weren't in the play-in.
10th.
Okay, 10th, 9th, 10th.
No, they didn't finish 10th because they weren't in the play-in. So it would have had to been 11th.
No, hold up. Nah.
They weren't in the play-in. They weren't in the play-in tournament.
They made it to the
play-in.
play-in.
Teams made it.
The East didn't have a play-in tournament, if I remember.
They did.
I think if you're too many wins below or something last year.
Yeah. He's got a good point. He's right. He's right, actually. Last year when they did the play-in tournament, it wasn't based on standings. It was based on how many games back you were of the 8th seed.
Oh, okay.
They were 9th. And they without Russ, they were 9th. They come back this year.
There was less teams that made it from the East because of that.
With Russ and a half, they're still 9th. So
the half of Russ, for the half season with a real Russ.
A half season, I don't care. It's more than what they had last year. It's the same results. So for as much as he gets triple doubles, as much as he's great, it did not move the needle. You can argue whatever stats you want, but the team did not. They're more fun to watch.
They have a way better record. They have a way better record than they had last season.
9th is 9th.
I don't know.
What's way better?
Way better.
What's way better? 4 wins, 6 wins.
Way better.
Okay, way better since the All-Star break. They've been debatably a top 5 team in the NBA. That's the NBA. That's the NBA.
You know who's way better? The Toronto was way better with Kawhi. The Suns are way better with CP3. The Wizards are not way better with Russ. They're way more fun.
Yes, they are way better with Russ. Yes, they are way better with Russ. They are way better with Russ.
I'll give T that.
Because the Wizards are way better with Russ. Are you kidding me?
They're way more fun.
No, they're way better team, bro.
They're not going to win shit.
They're going to get into the play-in tournament, and we'll see from there.
You could say the Clippers have a legitimate chance to win the championship this year, and you could say the same last year. But you cannot say the same about any team that Russell Westbrook has been on since the Thunder team that went to the championship.
The Wizards last year, 25-47. Stop it. Way better with Russ. He's only played half the season. Stop.
How many wins they got this year?
32.
They got 32. They already got 32, bro. Come on, bro. They had 47 L's last year, bro. Stop.
Hold on. How many games?
32 dubs. You're not even going to finish above 500.
They only had half of the season with Russell Westbrook. Check their record since the All-Star break. Why don't you do that?
How many games?
What is the game, bro? What is the game, bro?
The season was short.
No, it's 72 both times. 72
it was 72 times, last year?
72 last year. 72. That was the first year of 72, right?
I don't remember.
47 plus 75? Man, y'all do the math, man. I wasn't a math major.
Either way.
That sounds about right.
72 this year. Bro, the Wizards are a much better team with Russell Westbrook. I watch them every other night, bro. It's not even close. Matter of fact, they're a better team with Russell Westbrook than they were with John Wall. The difference is it has to be a healthy Russell Westbrook. If he's not healthy, it's no good. When he had a torn quad, it wasn't no good. The man got back at the All-Star break. He's been balling out of his mind, bro.
When the trade happened, I thought the Wizards
he's in his prime right now.
No, I thought the Wizards would finish 4th. I'm on this show on record saying the Wizards will finish 4th with Westbrook.
And guess what? They're playing at that pace right now. They're playing at a forced pace. So how you gonna tell me they're not better with him?
Because it has to happen. Like I can't give you.
It's been happening since the All-Star break.
Since the All-Star break, he's been on the team the entire season.
He was hurt before that. He had a torn quad.
Look, bro, if you're hurt, don't suit up.
No, see that's that new era bull. If you hurt and you play through it, I got more respect for that. If you playing through the pain, I respect that. I respect that, bro. You know why? Because most of these people gonna pack it in these days. I'm hurt. My toe hurt. I'm out for 6 games. I twisted my ankle. I'm gonna have to sit for 10. Nah, bro. Real baller says, yeah, my quad fucked up, but guess what? I'm going out here every night, giving it everything I got, hurt or not. I'm putting my legacy on the line because that's how much I love the game. See, the love of the game is gone now, bro. Back in the day, Bama's played hurt. That's a fact. That's a fact. And you would just say they had an off year the whole time, wouldn't even know they had a torn quad.
If you got a torn quad, I don't want to hear about it. If you play, I don't want to hear about it.
Come on, man. All right. T don't want to hear about it. He don't want to hear about the facts. But it is what it is, man. They did an MRI on this guy. His quad was partially torn. I don't even know if y'all Alabamans could walk with a torn quad. Y'all be limping everywhere, let alone playing basketball games. But